Well, we teach people according to what they want to learn and how they can learn. I first of all think that some people are not good at reading and writing, but can be brilliant at making things and learning through doing things. So these people, if they want to learn French, I would just teach them through activities and speech and interaction. Other people are better at learning through reading and writing, so we can help them learn through that, but also develop their speaking skills, because if they're good at reading and writing but do not practice what they know, they might feel very hesitant and feel uncomfortable towards the language. So we want to get people to practice what they know. And for people who already can practice, we help them, to correct their grammatical mistakes and gain more vocabulary. But mainly I would say we teach what people want to learn. If people want to learn about French, but for mechanics, we would teach them about mechanics in French. If they want to learn about electricity, I don't know, anything to do with French law, or even just basic speech, that they could use when they travel. We just teach people what they want to learn and how they want to learn. And we just bear in mind the people's ability to learn and their techniques, because everyone learns in different ways. And that's why we give private tuition and not give just a lesson to a classroom, because everyone is individual and different and learn differently. To help with exams, like if someone's purpose is to pass an exam, we help them pass the exam, which means that we won't necessarily teach them how to speak fluently like we would with other people, but just focus on the things they have misunderstood at school. Like we try to stick to the program and see what is going on. It depends on the budget and time that people have. If people have time, we could help them to learn how to speak and apply what they know anyways. In any lessons that we do, we make people apply what they know. But what I mean is, for exams, there's more grammar and vocabulary to learn, and it's up to the program. So what it is, most of the time pupils don't have can't be focused for 1 hour lesson, so they miss out on some information, and sometimes they've missed a lesson and they just get completely lost in the program. And so what we do is we just chat to the person, look at their coursework, and see the stuff that have not been understood at school, and go back through it and explain the things that people are scared of and things that are misunderstood. And we try to get them to be a bit advanced in their class, and just so they feel confident and good. But still we get them to practice, but just not as much as we do with pupils who just want to learn how to speak. So, because passing an exam is not about the practical skills as far as French is concerned, it's about knowing about the program, the grammar and the vocabulary mainly, and the structure of sentences. And it's not complicated at all, it's just some stuff that we have to go through. But the first step in order to pass an exam is not to develop speech, but go back through what has been misunderstood, and really just gain vocabulary, go back through the basis of grammar, which is all very basic. As far as French is concerned, everything is in the grammar. If we learn about French grammar, we can't make spelling mistakes. It's not a language like English language, where we have to know every single word to know how to read and write. Everything is in the grammar, and it's the same with Turkish language. Everything is clear in the grammar. Well, I just listen to students. To begin with, we offer 1 hour of assessment for free, and we just listen to the person, ask why they want to learn French or Turkish or English as a foreign language, know what skill they think they should develop, give them advice on the things that we think would help them. We can also help people who live in France or want to relocate in France to learn how to fill paperwork, administrative work, and also set a business up or buy a property, French law, everything. I have lived in France for 7 years, and I had to deal with many things, and the system is nothing like a British system. So we just want to learn people to be independent. And really, I know a lot of people who know brilliant French in writing and really cannot express themselves. So we want to help these people to gain confidence, and they would learn how to speak very quickly with a native speaker who makes them feel, okay about themselves and just helps them, correcting the little mistakes they might make. Because you have to remember, the way you've learned your native tongue, you didn't learn through a book. No one gave you a grammar book to say this is how you have to speak. You've listened to your mom, your dad, your grandparents, people, pupils at school, everyone, and that's how you learned. So then you might have learned a foreign language with mistakes, and we just go back through all this process and help correcting the mistakes that people make, get them to express themselves. But then in some other case, as I say, some other people are very good at practicing and speaking, they can express themselves and might need guidance in phrase structure to have it grammatically correct, or increase their vocabulary, but also they might want to learn how to read and write, which is different from speaking, obviously. But some people might know nothing and just want to learn French, and for whatever reason. But this is where we make the difference with teaching from school or even from colleges, because we listen to students and teach them really what they want and need to learn. It's not about what I want to teach people, it's about what they think they need to learn. Well, with children, it depends how old they are. With babies, I start speaking French to them. If they already know their mother tongue quite well, I start by explaining things to them in English first, and then repeat the words in French. And I try to make games, little dramas. We can do things even like cooking, baking, if parents agree and want to. I know quite a lot of recipes, so they could learn how to cook and speak French at the same time and just have fun. There's different ways of teaching children, but mainly through games, to maintain their interest and for them to learn naturally, because then they don't feel like it's complicated to learn. And well, I don't really teach children with songs very much, even though I can, just because I think that there's no point for them to learn how to sing something that they're not going to understand. So I'd rather do things with them and play with them in French. And gradually, as I explain first in English and they repeat the French words and they start playing in French, then they start speaking French subconsciously. They're not aware of it when they start feeling confident about speaking French, but it takes time to build up confidence like it does for adults. Adults sometimes are scared to express themselves and make a mistake or sound weird or sound like they've got an accent. They think it goes wrong. So children hesitate as well and they won't start speaking right away. It might take 3 or 4 sessions for them to really start remembering all the words and that we've played with and stuff. And but then, the more they practice, the more they play, the more they do it, and the more natural it becomes, and to just integrate the language this way. I decided to teach elderly people, people who have already learned a foreign language, usually are less likely to suffer from memory loss, Alzheimer, and anything that's related, any illness that's related to the brain, because their brain is stimulated regularly. So someone who's old but already speaks a language or already knows a language quite well could just learn like any other adult. But very old people or people, who suffer from a condition that affected their brains might still need brain stimulation and entertainment. So the way that we teach elderly people is through old French songs that you may like Edith Piaf, and musics they would recognise because they have the old English version of the song as well. And just for them, listening to some music and singing and listening to them. I've worked in nursing homes and I found it was very sad to see in many places old people have nothing to do. The kind of entertainment they get can be quite boring to my point of view, like people playing with balloons and stuff, but it still is better than nothing. It's entertainment. So I just think that we have something to propose to them, and it also reboosts their confidence to feel well. I'm 85, I did lose a lot of memory, but you know what, I'm still learning French. I have French lessons in my nursing homes or just in their homes. It's good to have entertainment and just, learn through having fun at any age, whether we are children or old people. We all need entertainment, and learning brain stimulation is vital at every age to maintain our brain working properly. So I do think it's important to teach old people as much as children.